Do you ever feels like you lack or self-control, you increasing your self-sabotage, and eventually you extremely lack or self-discipline? Because every year you always say to yourself, I'm going to change myself, becoming more in shape, more healthier, and getting done the goal that you have been planned for a long time ago. And most importantly, when the new years come, you always commit to yourself. I'm going to make a great resolution for myself this year. I'm going to become the person that I really desire and make a good habit more automated. Unfortunately, you never close to the person that you really want to be or the person that you really desire. The question is that how do you break free from bad habits and make the habit that you desire more easier and automated? A slight change in your daily habits can guide your life to a very different destination. So today video I'm going to share with you about the power of compound effects, three layout of behavior change, and last one is that the four law of creating a new habit. First I'm going to talk about compound effect. Many people they all think the same way. Achieving the massive success is only through the massive action. Because all of them they are underestimate the tiny change or tiny habit that you do in every single day. Our habits and the thing that we doing every single day, it is a compound effect that compound our result until created a remarkable result. Because when we started to do something, we a month, a week, we didn't get any result as remarkable. But after a year and a decade, it will create an incredible change or incredible result. Albert Einstein once said the most powerful force in the universe is the compound interest. One better every day for a year will compound to nearly 37 times better. But if you're doing something worth 1% every single day for over a year, will bring you close to zero. And James Clear once said, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Goal versus system. Forget about the goal and focusing on system instead. Goal is what we're going to achieve, and the system is the process that leads to those results. The goal is what you're going to achieve. For example, your goal is lose weight, writing a book, or even building a successful business, or building a muscle, or even writing a book. And a system is about the process, step by step, that lead you to achieve those results. The question is that if you forget about the goal and focusing on system instead, will you still success? According to James Clear in Atomic Habits, he said you would. Here is the 4 mistakes of setting goal. Number 1 is that winner and loser they have the same goal. So there is make no sense and no different from failure and success. Why some people are success and some people are failure? Because they have a different process or even strategy that lead to achieve those goals. And number 2, all can change a life in a moment time, not a long period of time. Imagine you plan to join a running competition. So your goal is to win the game or to win that competition. So it really motivates you to get up early every single morning, go out and spend a few hours to practice your running or eventually prepare for the competition. So it really makes you motivate and make you feel so productive. But unfortunately, when the competition ends or eventually you you already joined that competition, you will go back to the old habit or the old bad habit that you never get up early to run again. That's the most mistake of setting goal. And number three, that goal is restrict our happiness. The implicit assumption behind any goal is that I'll be happy if I reach my goal. So most people, they put their happiness off until the next milestone, or eventually they all think the same, that I'll be happy if I reach my goals, right? So why do you delay or your happiness or wait until you reach your goal? So, and the last one is that goal versus long-term progress. Goals are good for setting a direction, but systems are based for making progress. There are three behavior change when we going to do something or plan to stick a new good habit or doing something new. According to James Clear, there are three layouts of behavior change. Number one is outcome, and number two is process, and number three is identity. Outcome is about what? It's about what we're going to achieve, about your goal, about what you really want to do. For example, every people, when they doing something, they always start from outcome. I want to ride a boat. I want to build a muscle. I want to more in shape. I want to build a successful business. That's why most of them are fail when started to stick a new habit or planning to do something new to achieve that goal. And number two is process. Process is about how. It's about how you achieve those goals. About within your process or do something. And the last one is that identity. Identity is about why you want to achieve those goals. And according to Atomic Habit by James Clear, he said that the most important part that you really need to focusing on is about your identity, your why you doing that thing, why you achieve those goals, or about your value, about your belief or the group identification that you're going to become. And the last lesson that I learned from that book is 4 laws to create good habit. That is really important, that it's going to make our habit stick and do it consistently and become our routine. According to James Clear, he said 4 things or 4 laws that it really affects you to stick our good habit. Number 1 is make it obvious, and number 2, make it easy, and number 3, make it attractive, and number 4, make it satisfying. Don't waste our time now. Let's go to talk about the first law of creating good habit. That is called make it obvious. Make it obvious, it means that make your goal that you're going to achieve or your habit more specific and realistic and clearly about what you really going to do, about time and location. Most people, they have a plan to do something or to stick a good new habit. They always say, I'm going to read more, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to wake up early, I'm going to do that thing. But when they say that those examples to themselves, it's not clearly, it's not realistic and not specific to make our subconscious mind recognize that what we really going to do. A lot of people, they say that they lack of motivation, but what they really lack is clarity. So make your goal or make your habit that you're going to do more specific and more clearly. If you make a affirmation to your subconscious mind what you really want. Without a clarity, it not make sense, right? So the best example, I'm going to read a book 30 minutes tomorrow morning in my living room for from 6 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. in the morning. So that example is really clear, right? With that mention about time and about location. And the law number 2 is that make it easy. The goal or the purpose of make it easy is about make your hard work or what you're going to do as easy as possible. James Clear also mentioned one rule that really affects you that called 2-minute rule. So if you have 2 minutes, you can doing something that relate to your habit. So you can prepare, just take only 2 minutes. For example, if you're going to read a book, you can prepare your book or going to make a cup of coffee and find a new comfortable environment to read and stick and focus on your reading that really makes sense. Or even if you're going to work out, you can prepare 2 minutes just for put on your clothes sport or eventually put on your sneaker. It really make you more engaged to your habit. Third law is called make it attractive. It is really hard to stick a positive habit in a negative environment. Environment is really powerful and really affect human being behavior. So the best way to make your habit more attractive is about designing your environment around you. If you're driving to work out or doing some exercise, but your gym equipment is not your room, it's outside, or eventually your room is so messy, so it's not motivated to going to work out. It is the obstacle that you're not going to stick your gym routine. Or eventually, if you driving to read more book, you can put your book wherever that you easily can see it and possibly can stick or can take your book to read immediately without any distractions. And the last law is called make it satisfying. Make it satisfying is about making your habit or making yourself enjoy your moment time during doing or making those habits become more easier and become automated, because you don't need to wait or to delay your happiness until the next milestone, or eventually don't say I'll be happy if I reach my goal. It's something like you put your habit as a pleasure, not just a fun, just for happy. So when the purpose of setting goal or even sticking a new habit is about enjoying your process, enjoy what you do, enjoy what you want to do. So just put or just enjoy your process of reading, of working out, of going out, engage yourself in the nature. It is the best way to go. That is I want to share with you today about the lesson that I learned from Atomic Habit by James Clear. So now I just want to mention and summarize the lesson that I just mentioned. Number 1 is about one improvement every single day, or we can call the compound effect. And number 2 is about 3 layers of behavior change that I just mentioned about outcome, process, and identity. And the last one is about 4 laws to create a good habit that I mentioned. Dimension is that number 1 is about make your habit obvious. Number 2, make it easy. Number 3, make it attractive. And number 4 is make it satisfying. So that's all I want to share with you in this video. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will bring you more good content like this in the future.